I hope you're doing very well. It's such a great morning, and I'm so excited coming your way. And I know it's going to be an amazing session today because we have an important person within our midst, an oracle of God, and I really do appreciate him a lot in the personality of Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampumadan. So, good morning to you, Daddy. How are you doing this morning? Mm. I really, really am excited and happy for today's session, and I know that God is going to use you to bless us in a different dimension. And I, for one, this morning, I keep telling you guys to tune in every time in the morning on Instagram with a hot morning dose with Reverend Dr. Abbeam Ampumadan. So once again, his at Abbeam Ampumadan. So I tuned in this morning, and I loved what you were teaching and what you're talking about. So I said to myself, you know what? I think it will be a good thing for us to tackle that particular issue. This very morning, you were talking about your enemy is not God, but they can do damage. And I thought, I would love for you to elaborate on that a little bit for us. So, what exactly do you mean when you say your enemy is not God, but they can do damage?
You see, from all these times that we've been living in this world, God is all knowing.
Yeah.
But God also has put his precept. His precepts are there, which leads us to fulfillment. Will is being given to each and every one. And each and every one is doing what will lead the person to his greatness or prosperity or whatever that the person desires to become. Now, whatever you want to become, somebody is. And because you want to become somebody is, so people have a way, although God's way is there, people have their own way of obtaining a higher height. So they have different dimensions of going. They can go far to a length where they can decide to steal from you. We also ought to understand that the devil is on the ground, looking and seeking for people that he can use to achieve his goals. Whilst God is also doing his work as he's always doing it. So there are people who are around you that are enemy within. They foresee progresses you have made previously. They can see that this guy is doing very well, and so therefore we ought to do something to stop the person. But because you are going through the way of God, they might not be able to stop it or destroy it, yet they will delay you. So we can go through the questions that you're going to ask.
Yes, please.
When you read the book of Genesis, Genesis chapter 4, verse number 4 down. I can start from the chapter 1, verse number 1, chapter 4, verse number 1 down. But the 4 is where I want us to look into. Somebody like Adam has given birth to 2 boys. Alright?
Yes, sir.
Now these 2 boys have grown, and God is now communicating with them. And these 2 boys, all of them have their own business doing. Yet you could see that one was doing what God expected from him. So God was happy with the person. Now, the only thing the other person, if you read the scripture, you realize that God was not even speaking to Abel. Rather, God was speaking to Cain. Alright? It was Cain and Abel. God reached out to somebody like Cain. He wasn't talking to Abel. The scriptures doesn't tell me that God went to Abel and said, God, Abel, do this or do that or do this. Abel knew the ways of God, and he was following what God expects expected of him. And he was doing it accordingly.
Come on.
So God was blessing Abel.
That's right.
Without even talking to him. Prosperity was going on well. Everything was all right. Yet, God decided to go to Cain and speak to Cain. Several times, God was communicating with Cain and questioning Cain and directing Cain of the right way to go. Yet, Cain was not obeying God's instructions. There are people that have got so much opportunity and they were not able to use their opportunity for anything good. You didn't have that much opportunity, yet you were able to turn your sorrow to joy.
Jeez.
So people wonder how this couldn't be. This couldn't have been as it is. It might be that there is a force somewhere. That's why it's happening in our African culture. When somebody is prospering, your brother is prospering than you, you speculate that it might be juju. There are men of God that when they see that other man of God is prospering in numbers, is doing well, instead of them acknowledging it and go to that person and say, what is your secret? They will not go. Rather, they will go there and go to the street or people and go and disgrace that man of God that he's using juju. You know, the problem here is this. It's not how best you are doing it, but how right you are doing it.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
You understand?
Yes, please.
You may be talking to God. I may not be talking to God. But I am doing what God expects me to do. So He's blessing me.
Wow. Wow.
You may be hearing the voice of God. I may not be hearing the voice of God. But I'm doing what God expected of me. So therefore, He's blessing me. Not because you are hearing the voice of God. So therefore, you are no longer the devil. The devil himself heard the voice of God. And God even sent him for an errand. In the book of Job. That doesn't make the devil to become right. It does not change the devil's persona.
Come on.
The devil is still a devil.
The devil is still the devil.
That is the point. So people have a biggest problem. You know, they have a problem. Why they have those problems is because they see that you are progressing, you are excelling, you are doing well more than them. So they become bitter, they become jealous. They were expecting something from you. You know, their expectation is how you can fail, how you should give everything you have to them. You know, sometimes some of them become ignorant because they saw other mother was talking, like in my case. My mother is a serious problem to my progress.
Wow.
Yes. If you haven't have a mother like that, you build a house for her and she tells somebody that it wasn't that one who built the house, it was this one who did it. Until when you are there. Do you understand?
Yes.
You bought a car for the person, then when somebody says, hey, ask for your dog, your child, he's taking care of you. No, you don't know. It's not him. It is the other person. Because, you know, he expecting that the other person rather would have been prosperous. Yet, it is not man that what? It is God.
So would you say that is mostly based on their expectation? They set high goals and expectation of what they ought to receive and achieve in life?
I would say that it is jealousy and bitterness, wickedness in a high place. You see, their expectation didn't come to pass. Not as they setting goals for themselves,
No.
but as they setting goals for you, forgetting that it is God
Wow.
who blesses,
Wow.
who chooses.
Wow. Okay.
You understand?
Mhm,
So
mhm,
their
mhm,
expectation is that looking at this guy's demeanor, his character,
mhm.
as he's growing, this boy will end up becoming this.
Okay.
And they did not add any value to you.
Mm,
They did not, supported you to get to where you are getting to. And somehow they feel like, I know a man that was praying. He raped his own daughter. So his daughter started becoming very good in terms of, out there doing well, out of fear that the daughter is doing very, very well. He was afraid that if the way manner the girl is going, and the girl is doing well, not even minding the father, the girl was not telling anybody, hasn't told anybody about the rape. But looking at the way the girl was doing well, the man said, if this girl get to a point, because I've been raping her, the girl is going to either destroy me. When she becomes powerful, she will destroy me. So the man decided to poison the girl. And the girl did not die. So they came to talk to me. And I warned the man that, stop it. He said, Pastor, I've been praying. And he amount to nothing.
What?
Yeah, because he's trying to cover his shame. And sometimes that's the point. His own father. Haven't you seen? We have mothers that can say, you be a shower. You be a shower. Telling his child. I'm telling you. Listen, we have some mothers and fathers in our life that they are enemy to their own children. Mommy gave birth, pregnated you, pregnated me. And there are some mothers, you were just a victim. Somebody raped your mother. And you came out of the rape as a child. And the woman is angry with your father. Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Angry with your father. So he decided to dislike you, who is an innocent. Now, to be raped, what came? What happened? You don't even know. What did this lady do for her to be raped?
That's not considered.
If she was a child, where was the mother? I mean, whatever, any tree you see there, it started from a seed. So what was the seed that germinated to bring the rape?
What was the seed?
And was I there? If mama, if you gave birth to me, if they forced you into marriage and you didn't like my father, or you didn't like my mother, yet I came out, must you hate me? Must you hate me? I have my brother Asari here. The father was a wicked man. I can tell you, I've never seen a wicked man like that towards me. The man has apologized to me. He did a lot against me. I wasn't a child. I saw everything. Asari is my brother here. So because of what his father did to me, I must hate Asari? No! I shouldn't. I shouldn't. You get what I'm saying to you? And I'm telling you, as I'm talking to you right now, some people who are watching us are going through some.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, papa, kwa sampenia, wadine kwa siasandia wowo. Yes, some mothers are bitter against their children, their own biological children. I am one of them. Their own biological children. And he is grooming other children he's favoring the other children to hate their own brother, hate their own family. And so when they do everything, they realize that whatever they are doing, they cannot succeed. They will now go in as extra mile. Some of them can even kill you. They can kill you. But these things that we are talking about, it happened in the Bible days.
Okay.
Brothers and brothers, sisters and sisters, mother and daughter, father and son. These are certain things that happen. But you see, the beauty of it is that you that you've been hated and you are feeling the hate, rejoice. There is a good news.
Hey.
Even if God is not speaking to you, He's with you.
Come on.
Even if God is not speaking to you, He's protecting you. Because as they meant for evil, God means it for good.
Come on. Wow.
You understand?
Yes, please.
Listen, sometimes some silly thing, some silly thing. The fear of the unknown. They are afraid that the way manner you are growing, you might end up taking the family. No, the way his father loves him, the way our father loves him, the way our mother loves him, he's taking our glory. This small boy, I was born before him. I was born before her. These are some of the bitterness that showed up. You see, many people look at their enemies from afar. No, the enemies within are the most dangerous ones. Listen, if Nanaya speak about me, people will say, oh, it's just a hate. But if you, my daughter, stands out, my fear is not about Nanaya. My fear is about my wife. My fear is about you. My fear is about my children. My fear is my mother. My fear is my siblings. Immediate family. He said, man's enemy is his own house. People will believe it whether it is not true or true. How they will fabricate it. His own brother, his own sister, his own cousin. They will believe it anyway. Does this thing happen in the Bible? Yes, in the book of Genesis. Why does the person hate? Somebody call Joseph. It was just a common dream.
Just a dream. Wow.
It was just a dream. I woke up and I dreamt. I slept, I dreamt. If he says he dreamt, how true can it be? If right now I told you, Peter, I dreamt. When I dreamt, I was eating gari. How would you know it is true or false? The guy said, I dreamt. And I saw a valley. I saw the moon and the star. This is the only thing. So. And they started hating him. The guy was doing something right. Joseph was doing something right. Yet, even Joseph's mother was dead. He was alone. Nobody to fight for him. You understand? So the problem we face, and so if you are in any family, be very careful of how you deal with things. Be very careful of how you deal with things. Let's look at somebody like, Genesis chapter 4, verse number 4. Okay.
We have some clues. I'll just put that straight away. Genesis chapter 4, verse 4. Genesis chapter 4, verse 4. But Abel brought an offering of the finest, firstborn of his flock, and of the fat portions. And the Lord had respect.
I want to tell the family that are watching you.
Yeah.
Somebody that will prosper is the one who gives.
Okay.
Give to man and give to God. The greatest thing in this world is God and man.
Okay.
So if you are able to give to man and God, let me just say this to certain people. There are three things that we give to: man, God, and the ground.
Right. Man, God, and the ground.
These three things: man, God, and the ground.
Okay. Can you please break that down?
If these three things, if you give to any of them, you receive bountifully. So whatever you are giving out there, if you consider man and you consider God and you consider the ground, which is the environment where you are living or you are, and you do good to these three things, prosperity is not far from you.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Prosperity
Okay.
is not far from you.
Okay.
Now, if you want to look at within your children who will prosper, you will find out these three things I'm saying.
Wow. Wow.
You will find it. Any child that will prosper in life has these three things: giving to man, giving to the earth, giving to God.
Okay.
You understand? Now, Abel is a character. God is not speaking to Abel, but he is giving to God. It even got to a time that Cain came to tell Abel about what God has said before he killed him.
Okay. Right.
You read it. God requested offering. Abel gave the finest. Did Cain do so? No. He gave per what he think he has. You know, we have people who say, it is what I have, I'm giving. And God knows that I don't have. You are a liar. If you say you want to give God £1,000,000, you can.
Wow. Okay.
Listen, Bill Gates is no more than you. And Bill Gates has what he has because of what he thinks he is.
Tell me that again.
I said Bill Gates has what he has because of how he thinks.
Wow.
So you can have what you want to have because of the way you think.
Jesus.
The Bible says that as the man thinketh, so is he.
Hey.
All right. So when you think that I cannot, you cannot. When you think that this is all that I have, that is all that you have. The Bible didn't say that Abel has had the finest. The Bible said that he gave the finest. You don't give because you have. You give because you've been asked. And it is necessity to give.
Come on. Wow. Open my eyes. I love this. I love
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, please. Okay.
Now, the most serious things that a lot of people don't get. Abel gave the finest. Brother Cain gave what he thinks he has. So God accepted Abel's what? Offering. Cain had a problem. God went to Cain. Agar, something is wrong. Deal with it. Somehow, God is favoring Cain. God is showing love. There's some form of favoritism if we want to even look at it. Papa, I gave you. Why can't you come to me and talk to me? Why can't we hang out? There was nothing called hangout. God was going to Cain's house, speaking to Cain. Do it right. Move like this. You see, in your house, the one that will prosper, per their persona, you know. This child, whatever you tell him, he does it. Everybody sees this one as a fool. In my house, my mother, when I was with my mom, I never made her go to fetch water or cook. I would do it. People thought I was they used to call me a lady. I would do everything in the house. We were in the village. I told my mom, you will never go to farm. I will be going to the farm.
At a young age.
At young age. I was in charge. I was in control. I was being used. In my own mother's house. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yet, God was watching. The rewarder of persons was watching. You know, sometimes there are certain things that I look at. If life was easy, and life is by making, my mother is older than me. So whatever I've become, she could have become before me because she came to this world before me. And the opportunities she had, I didn't have. Her father was a chief. My father was not. My father died.
Okay.
So why? Somebody will be there and be so silly and say, oh, it takes a teacher to teach a student for the student to become a prime minister. It's a lie from the pit of hell. It's a lie from the pit of hell. Listen to me. It is not easy to become a prime minister or a president. No, it doesn't take a teacher to teach somebody to become a president or a prime minister. It is life somebody live in. Per your character, per your demeanor, per your lifestyle, per what you think you are, not per what you think you have been taught.
Wow.
No! That's why also a teacher can become.
I love this.
Listen,
I love this.
the journey where we are going, the life where we are going to, get to understand how to prosper, how to excel, how you can live for God. Listen, forget about fornication, adultery, lasciviousness, and all these things. Their way of life, their way of living. Seek God.
Seek God.
And you find Him. Listen, when you seek God and you find Him, and God comes and dwells in you, what is sin? Sin is small things. The Bible says that He came to pay. If I'm around Jesus Christ, if He has called me, and He is telling me, go and sin no more, who is sin?
Who is sin? Come on.
No, tell me the scripture. The Bible says that Jesus said, go and sin no more. All the people He told them, go and sin no more, never sin any longer. Why you are sinning? It's just that Jesus, as you haven't met Him, He hasn't told you, go and sin no more.
You haven't met my God. What?
Yes.
Come on.
And what you call it sin, my God doesn't call it sin. When you think I have fallen, I'm about to die, it's the beginning of my life. The Bible says that He's the God of restoration.
Yes, He is.
He's a God of restoration.
Yes, He is. Yes, He is. Yes, He is.
When they thought He was dead,
Wow.
He woke up.
Come on, my God.
Triumphant.
My God.
Triumphant.
Come on now. Yes.
Now,
yes.
there are things that everybody must listen carefully and get these things. They are very important. I saw something that Abel exhibits. These three things. One, he gave to God. He gave to the earth. And he gave to his brother. When he gave to God and he was doing well, he was taking care of sheep, which is the earth. After that, the brother calls him and said, please, brother, follow me. I want you to help me. He said, why not? Let's go. Without even asking a question. He followed him. Wow. So you could see that he gave himself, selfless. Whilst his brother was hating him, thinking that, no, there is a being who is actually backing him. So that's why he's superior than me. That's why he's doing better than me. No, get the secret. Get the secret.
Get the secret. Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes, please, I'm listening.
Listen, that young man says he's your sister, your brother. You always give her money. 10 pounds.
Yes, please.
Has she ever, when you give her the 10 pounds, she always says she doesn't have money, but you always give her 10 pounds. Has she ever given you 2 pounds out of that 10 pounds? What shows that if she gets money, she'll give you some? What will show is the little you gave, she could turn it out and give you some.
Wow.
Listen, there are witches around us. Prophet, don't call somebody's mom a witch, somebody's father a witch. There is always witches around us. Witches is not people who are eating people's body or drinking the blood. No, it is character.
Character.
I'm telling you.
Come on. My God, my God, my God.
You said you had questions. Let me take your questions so that
somebody asked, they wanted to understand what you meant by, what do you mean by when you give to the earth? Because remember you said you give to God, you give to man, you give to the earth. So the person asked, what do you mean by when you give to the earth?
Giving to the earth is by checking your environment, making sure that your environment is clean. If you're a farmer, making sure that you sow. When the Bible says that whatever you sow,
you reap. Come on.
So sowing time will never cease.
That's right.
As the Bible says.
That's right. That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
And then we talk about men. Men, are human beings that you see them day to day. Your brothers, your sisters, people outside and everything that you see and you show them kindness and then giving to God. So that is what I meant. I know that this question that the person is asking, sometimes even they have evil thoughts. Are you saying that we should go and worship idol?
No.
That's not what I'm saying.
Not at all. Okay, you answered one of my questions initially because I was going to ask, why does a person's family or friend or circle seek their downfall? But you really have broken it down to me, and I think even our viewers understand it as well.
Yeah, let me get to that point.
Okay, please get to that point.
Let me get to that point.
Okay.
Why they believe that they need to hate you is because they foresee the greatness you are going to become.
So they kind of have an eye then.
Yes. Yeah. You see, they have a plan for you.
Right.
Their plan is that you will remain nothing. Yeah. Listen, when mothers give birth, some of them, 99% of them, when they give birth, sometimes they speculate what you should become. Yeah. You understand? And one of the biggest problems is that the strange child among the family is always the eye of God. And that strange child is the one that nobody likes. The strange among them. This one is strange. What manner of child is this? They don't know how they can handle you. They don't know how they can be able to fix you. So therefore, you are strange to them. They wish you dead. That's the point.
That is very deep. The strange child.
Yes.
Wow. I am wow, to be honest. So usually, is it intentionally then, or is unintentional of what it is that they seek about you? They see you, they want to see you come down. Is it intentional?
Yeah, it is.
It is intentional.
It is intentional.
Oh, okay.
It is intentional. I know that there are some mothers that will say that your father did this to me, so you, or you look like your father who did this to me.
You look
Like your father who did this to me, so therefore the mother hates you.
Just the resemblance.
Yes. You did something that you should have gone to prison. You did something bad. As a person, we all do evil. You know, sometimes you do something bad. Their expectation was that the bad thing you did, you should have been punished, and you were not punished. So therefore, you understand? So therefore, you know, they ought to punish you for God.
Oh, it's not their responsibility to
punish you for God.
What are you telling me?
Yes. Yes, it happened. The Bible says that, you see, David had killed somebody's wife, Uriah's wife. And sorry, David had slept with Uriah's wife and killed Uriah. And his best friend, which is Ahithophel, had seen it. David's son, one of the sons of David, has gone to sleep with one of the daughters of David. And somehow, David didn't talk about it. So, this girl happened to be, his uncle was Ahithophel. Okay? David has even married at Ahithophel's sister. That's how close they were. They are boys, and they do everything together. And David respects the voice of Ahithophel. But the counsel of Ahithophel was like God talking to David. That's how David, carried Ahithophel. But because Ahithophel believed that what David has done, God should punish him, and God did not punish David. Ahithophel took it as his own pride, that he would do everything to bring the kingdom of David down.
This is the damage you're talking about.
Yes, his own friend, his own close friend. David see him as God. You see, then he decided to be the enemy with him. Cause David's son, okay? I forgot the name. Absalom. He took Absalom and began to cancel Absalom. He knew what David would do. He had the plans of David. He has lived with David, so he knows all the strategies of David. They have lived together, but because David has done something and is expecting that David will be killed or be destroyed or he will be ashamed, and that did not happen to David. His mindset is, I will make sure I bring David down. You understand? Somebody stayed with you, did something bad, and you said, because of what you have done, I would not like to be with you any longer. As the person is leaving, the room that he came to sleep, he wants the room to break on you. So that he will say that when I left the place, you see that everything has collapsed.
Hey, are you good?
Yesterday, a young man called me. It's called Atifa. Even this morning he called me. He said, Papa, I want to confess. All the things I did to you, it was your mother and your brothers. They made me to do all those things.
Jesus.
They were part of it, yet they have put everything on me. Ever since I left you, my life has gone wrong. My wife has died. I am alone with the kids. Please, take me back.
Jesus. Wow.
Take me back.
Wow.
And he mentioned my brother's name. Mentions my brother's name. You think I don't know? I do. You don't understand it until you open your eyes. Until you open your eyes. Your downfall is your home.
Jesus.
And the painful side of it was that Ahithophel started canceling Absalom. And David quickly went into prayers. Father, let the counsel of Ahithophel tend to be foolishness. Because if God didn't do anything about it, Ahithophel knows everything.
My God. Wow. You know, please share this video. If you're watching, share the video. Invite somebody to join this broadcast. Share the video as much as you can. Share it.
Listen.
Invite somebody. Yes, please.
Ahithophel knows everything. I believe Asari was coming from. I went to take Asari from Ghana. The day I was bringing Asari to Ghana, to London, his big brother, which comes after me, because he has not got the opportunity to travel, and he said to him, whilst you are going to abroad, don't go and come back and behave as he and come and boss us here. Is that the truth? The guy has not yet come. I've not yet sit in the plane to come to this. He said, as you are going to abroad, don't go and come back and boss us here. You know why? Because he knows that this guy, where he's going, he will not come back the same. He will be his boss.
Jesus.
So he's putting it in his mind.
Okay.
That is wickedness and jealousy right there. But he took it as though it's normal. So such a person can say this to you. He can go every length to speak to God, speak to evil spirit, do everything or pray. The most dangerous thing is this. We have brothers who not go to a juma but pray.
Hey.
Pray against you. They are going to prophets. Your mother, my wife,
Yes, please.
his sister and brother, I know, I won't mention the names, came that I should pray to bring your mother down.
Jesus.
At that time, I didn't know her.
Wow.
You should focus on me so that any money he gets, he can take care of me. The picture was there. I didn't know that one day I'll marry her. And yet, they are together like this, still together. Such a person, when you advise them, they won't take it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a serious thing. No, I was playing with you. We were all young. We were all kids. And all of a sudden, you are going to become a president whilst I have become nothing. No pain, bitterness. But if the person have a good mind and wise, he will be happy. Bible says that rejoice with those who are rejoicing and mourn with those who are mourning. I will be glad to see my child making it big time in life. I will be so happy that when they are speaking, they'll say, oh, it's Abbeam who made this guy. The joy, the happiness. People don't like that. And it is always wicked people.
And you see, as you're speaking, there's some people that are confirming, they're saying that they're going through this same kind of,
I know.
things. Like Ohiniwa says, I can relate, Pa. People hate you because you're doing well in life. They've forgotten that it takes hard work to achieve certain things in life. God bless you, Papa. Wow.
These things are happening in the African community big time. One of our downfalls. You know, and they have some this foolish mentality. In the days, gone are the days.
Yeah.
This foolish mentality. As long as your brother has become rich, they call it rich. Me, I'm not rich. I am struggling. I'm working hard. You can finish this one.
I just says, that's true. My dad hated me so much about what my mom did. He hated too much that one day I came home and my dad and his family has moved from the whole house, and the whole house was empty. I became homeless up till now. I don't know where my dad is. When I got married, he didn't come.
See?
Wow.
Not because of her, because
of her mom.
The mom. And mommy will also not say
what
did. Happened. And then innocent child will be facing the problem.
Wow. Eka is asking a question, I think. She says, Daddy, please, when family is your downfall, how do you manage them but separate yourself?
Move away!
They tend to make you feel guilty when you're
Yes, that's what they do. Like, for instance, we have African community that they are so stupid, excuse me to say, some of them, okay, so stupid that they will be putting fingers at you, okay. At the age of 17, I was taking care of my house.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, my brother Michael here, he is about 17. Why is he not taking care of me? Why? Do you understand?
Yeah.
That tells you that we are all not the same. If I am doing well, then whatever I'm doing, that is bringing the well. Support me so that we all do well.
Come on.
When you are helping them, they see you as you are in occult. So that's why you are doing well. For them, they are clean. So do well and give the money to them for them to prosper. Listen, move away from that family. And God says so. In the book of Genesis chapter 12, verse number 1 down. When God was calling Abraham, he knew that the problem of Abraham would be the family. And sometimes we compromise of what people will say. Listen, Abraham had married his own house, his own father's daughter. And God said, leave that girl there. Leave the girl there. God knew that girl is what? Is barren. That lady will bring her a problem. So leave your house. Leave. But look, when he was going, he wanted to prove and please men. He took Lot and took the sister. If I'm lying, let's read it.
So that's Genesis chapter 12, verse 1.
Yes.
It says, now the Lord had said to Abram.
Now the Lord has said to Abram. He had already spoken to Abram.
Go away from your country.
Go away first. Away from your country. Listen, if you want to make it in this life, one thing I've realized, how hard is it for me to be with my countrymen? They are the ones that will sell you, and they will sell you well. Even if they don't know you, because you see, when Nigerian man sees a Ghanaian man, he thinks that all Ghanaians are from the same home. So if one Ghanaian tells a Nigerian man that, oh, this guy, I know him. Oh, he's my brother. The Nigerian man will accept it. When a white man sees a black brother, they see us as one. It's like the way when we see Chinese, we think they are the same.
All the same, yeah.
When you see an Indian, they are all Patel, Patel, Patel. Our names sound the same to them.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Now, the first thing he said, if you want to prosper, if you want to walk with God, the first thing you should be doing is what? One of my secrets was moving away from my people.
Wow.
Because when they come to your church, they are the ones that become problem. Instead of they supporting.
Come on.
The first thing was what?
Go away from your country.
Leave your country. Go
and
away.
from your relatives.
Move move away from your country.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for you to move away from your country, your relatives are there. So it will still call you. There are thousands of people in Great Britain right now as I'm talking to you. Why they are in debt? Why they are in debt? Typical debt is because they went to bank to borrow money. They are building for their mother back home, whereby they don't have anywhere to sleep. They have 3 children. The children doesn't live well. They don't stay well. They have taken even the children money, sending it to their parents. Now, he said, I am a breadwinner. You are a fool. They are in shock. You don't know what is happening. Now, you understand? Now, you will be there in this country. You have not even bought a house for your children. First of all, you gave birth to them here. They are not from Ghana. Do they have a place to sleep? Or they are coming to struggle like you? You may not even have papers. You have not gathered any money. You've gone to bank to borrow money, and then you go and blame a pastor when you're not doing well. Jesus. You understand? Every month, every week, they are calling you. Your sister's school fees, the other one's school fees, this one's school fees, the other one, oh, the mommy is sick, daddy is sick. There is something that happened. When I was in Ghana, then we were praying. These days you see it. Somebody will go to Prophet Abbeam's church. My brother is in London. I have not heard from him. So please, man of God, pray that he will not forget me so that he can send me money.
Let his face talk to him.
I have prayed that prayer before when I was in Ghana, and they were receiving money.
Wow.
Is it not the same as Sakawa? Is it not the same as Sakawa? Your own family are being Sakawa to you.
Jesus.
My mother has done that to me before.
Wow.
They are doing Sakawa to you.
Hey, Papa, you are telling us something.
I'm telling you, somebody has built 5-bedroom house. He's here paying electricity bill, paying water bill, and then even the house is not kept well. Because some family people are sleeping there, and when you ask them, they don't have anybody. Hey, how did you make it?
How?
If they really want to make it, they can. Are you with me?
Yes, please.
Gone are the days. I've lived in somebody's house before. I kept the place well. I kept the place well. I washed the car. Sometimes I will buy some Kobe and stuff, and then I will send it to abroad. Sister, you've been sending money all the time. Has your mother, your sister, your brother, those people there, have they buy a necklace and say, go and stand somewhere and say, oh, I have a sister in abroad, please take this one. When you get it, give it to my sister that I don't have. This is what I have. People are in debt, big time in debt, because of family. You understand? One of the days when we talk about family, when you have, you bring. In my house, I grew out from. This one fish is fufu. Then they bring it, everybody eat. The other one finish, they bring it, everybody eat. We were all eating together. Now it is no longer like that. They will put the blame on you. You see, we are called a gym from a ebu. If one tree is standing in the midst of a wind, that tree will break. But when the trees are more and the wind blows, it will not.
We have a comment over here, Daddy. I mean, this topic we're talking about is very serious.
No, it's what I've been going through.
Serious topic. It's true. It is what we have been going through. So, this lady over here says, Daddy, Salani, she says, Daddy, what you're saying has brought tears to my eyes. I have been holding on to so much anger and bitterness. My son's father has 3 other children, which he supports financially, making sure they have food to eat, clothes to wear, that those children lack nothing. But when it comes to my own child, he has no care. His family has never even acknowledged my son as their own blood. My prayer is that God will heal my heart and give me the strength
Move out.
to be the father and mother in my son's life.
Move out. He's
Wow.
not interested in you.
Wow.
He's not interested in you. And if you tell me that he's ignorant, then listen to me. If somebody is ignorant, does not look at you and he's holding a gun, be be careful.
Hey.
Be careful.
Wow. This is deep.
These are reality.
Mm-hmm,
These are people will not speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes, please.
I am so, you know what, you will feel so lonely when you make it in life. Everybody is looking up to somebody who have done well, and they want to bring him down. They want to destroy. Nobody will speak for you. Nobody will speak for you. No. People will not look at them down. What's going on there? Nobody will speak for you. Yeah. It's no young time. When you are doing well than your fellow, he hates you.
My goodness.
Let's finish the reading.
Yes, please. Go away from your country and from your relatives.
Go away from your country and from your relatives.
And from your father's
No.
house.
From your relatives.
Yes, please.
Please say it.
And from your relatives.
Do you know why he said relative? In those days, father's house was brother and sister.
Okay.
You are proper brother. Now, relative also can be mother's children as well.
Yeah.
So he brought both. I'm going to show you something. Move away from your relative. Go away from your relatives. If you want God to prosper you. You have relatives, because you are doing well and their children are not doing well. You are their prayer topic. He has taken all our glory. He has taken all our glory. And one thing I want somebody to look at, Michael, to look at this. You see, when Lot got the opportunity to work with his relative, which is Abraham, when Abraham is prospering, the guy was also prospering. The day he left Abraham, he started going down. There are people, God's blessing is with them. When you are with them, you prosper. When you are not with them, God is against you.
Come on. Wow.
So if somebody is watching us at this time, and you have a good brother, a good sister, and you are supporting that sister of yours, support it with all your might, with all your heart. Don't mind those people that are talking. Fight for your brother, fight for your sister, and see that the blessing will rob you.
Come on. That's very true.
It will rob you.
That is very, very true.
Because we have good sisters and good siblings that will love their brother when they are doing well. They will hear stories, but they will not mind. They will die for their sister or their brother. We have brothers and sisters that are waiting for you to die so that they take over. I went to a funeral one time and I saw something that shocked me. This guy was a drunkard. His beautiful, handsome brother was there, and that brother was a bank manager. He's dead. He had 2 sons and has a house. Very nice property. Then this guy was walking around proudly saying, you see, you got money and so what? Me that nobody cares about. Me that they said I'm a drunkard. I'm still alive. Look at you, you are dead. And I will be the one that will take care of this house. His brother is dead and he was jubilating. When we find out, they are always worrying this guy. Oh, school fees. Your brother's children. Some brothers, they can give birth to 10 because they know that you are rich. When you say no, you have a problem. You know, this is the time that some of us to learn. You know, my brother is rich. My brother is Abbeam and so he doesn't even take care of me. Do you take care of him? Ask that question. He doesn't even take care of me. When the person says that to you, ask the person, do you also take care of him?
Do you even ask for him?
Listen, you will send money to your family back home. They will tell you that, oh, I need money. That's what they will tell you. I need money. And then you send the money to them.
I think we have a caller on the line. Okay, it's fine. Yes.
You will send the money to them. For them to say that I have received the money, they won't say it. You will call them and say, have you received the money? Say, yes, so I received the money. After I collected the money, I went to the funeral quick, so I decided when I get home, I will call you. But at the time he needed that money, he was calling. Some of them, when they call you, hello, things are hard though. Can you send me some money? They will not even ask you, how is your children? How have you eaten? How are you? Is everything all right? One time I asked my mom, he said, oh, I know that God is protecting you. God is with you. I said, madam, if you know that God is with you, then you know that God will give you the money. Daniel, please listen to us from the phone instead of the Facebook.
I just want to contribute to what you guys are talking about.
Hello, Daniel.
I do business. I send shipments to Ghana every now and then. When I went.
Daniel, we are listening to you. We'll call back.
Okay.
We'll call back.
All right. I think his line is messing up. Wow.
What we are begging people is to share the video.
Yes.
Because I know that this will save somebody. This will heal somebody.
It surely will. And we're almost rounding up. Yes, Daddy, it is well with us. Enemies will not prosper. Amen. Marie. Okay, I think it's Marie Solange. So this topic make my anger back again because it reminds me when I was younger and my daddy's wife was very wicked. Avoid evil relatives and prosper. That is from Prophet Iman. Yes. God bless you for these teachings, Papa. That's Auntie Barbara. Good morning to you, Auntie Barbara. Good morning, Papa. Wow. Very true, yes. People actually can relate to this. A lot of things are happening. So basically, everything you're saying that the people are agreeing with because they're going through it as well. This is real life situation and a very serious topic.
Let me tell you, there are a lot of African mothers that has made their 16 years boys, 18 years girls to go and borrow money. There are some of the children that are born in this country that their mothers have made them borrow money.
True.
Because they were going to make a business for their brothers and sisters back home. And when they gave the money to back home, these brothers and sisters have squandered the money. They have eaten the money. And the children are now paying. They are in bankrupt. They are not paying.
This is scary. I just say, God bless you, sir. We needed this word. It's off your say, that is true. We have taken loans. Wow. Amazing. You know, I don't want to cut this program short at all, but our time is far spent and far gone. So I know definitely tonight, though, there is something that is happening on the Oakham Road. and it's titled Taking Territory.
Tonight I'm preaching.
Okay.
And I'm preaching about the territory.
Yes, please.
I'm going to talk about you being the territory. First of all, you getting yourself occupied by the good spirit of God.
Okay.
And then you can be able to move on to take another territory, which is domain.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So we are going straight to talk about these things, getting to let people understand the principles of God.
Jesus.
And then there's going to be prophecies. Yes, hello.
Hello, Kula.
Hello?
Please, it will be better for you to listen to us on the phone instead of the Facebook. If you do that, you delay us, please.
Hi, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, my name is Daniel again. I called from Reading.
All right.
Hi, Daniel. Please talk to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I was saying, I can really relate to what you're talking about. I'm the last born of seven siblings, and I'm the last born. And when I was in school in the university, my family, my sisters, they were helping out a lot. So when I got the opportunity to come here in the UK, and then, God bless me, I told my sisters that my big sister, the daughter is in the university in Legon, so I decided to let them come to visit. So she came to visit somewhere last year in December, and then I had to pay for her tickets. I gave her money to do her passport. I gave her money to put in her account. I was sending her money every month, just to build up a relationship with her, so that when she puts into application, they wouldn't refuse it. So she got a visa, came back, came to the UK, worked for about a month, went back home with a lot of money.
Wow.
Now in the summertime, I told my sister, you know what, I'd like her to come again, because the summer in 3 months she's probably going to make a lot of money. It saves you guys money as well.
Yeah.
Can you believe my sister, when I told them, you know what, but this time around I'll bear the visa fees, but you'd have to bear the ticket. So when she comes and work, when she goes back again, you can take it out from the money she's raised. They told me they were going to think about it, and they've never called me till now.
Wow.
So I've realized sometimes, family, they always try to take opportunity
The
advantage of
painful
you.
side of it is that they have gone to some place, and the man of God said, you are inviting so that you take his glory.
It's just unbelievable. I went to Ghana last month. My mom is not feeling well.
I know you are worried because you want to help. But my brother.
Exactly. I really want to help my family. Like, they've done a lot for me. I just want to help them out. That's all. I just want good for the family. That's all I care about. But it looks like they're just taking too much advantage.
Listen, my brother, focus. Focus. Just focus. If you want to be worried about these things, you won't be able to do right. The most dangerous thing is these are some of the things. These are some of the things. They will take everything from you. People are going through.
Serious.
People are going through. Serious. If we say we want to talk about this, we won't finish. But God bless you. God will be with you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Don't be worried. God is with you. Thank you, sir.
God bless you so much, Daniel.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. We're almost at the end of today's session. I'll quickly read this comment from Auntie Barbara. She goes, I have stopped sending money for them to eat with all their children. They never sent any for my own child. They are so ungrateful. They think money grow on streets.
Yeah. And Peter, what pains me is this. The African mentality, how we behave is this. My brother must help me. No, it's not like that. You must help your brother. Gone are the days I knew one or two things. what used to happen was that if you are looking for a school fees, you don't even tell your uncle. You go there, and then your uncle have what it takes. If he has a car, you'll be washing the car, cleaning the place. When you are you're going, do you have a school fees? Uncle, no, I don't have any school fees. Okay, if that's the case, take this one. How much is it? Take this one and go. No, now they have created another strategic way because they are all, I call them, what do you call it? Sakawa people, not boys. Sakawa family. Yeah. Sakawa society. Then sometimes they are insulting these Sakawa boys. They are the most dangerous Sakawa because these Sakawa boys, they deal with people they don't know. But our family, they are the proper wicked Sakawa that police must arrest them. Police must arrest these Sakawa people. Our families. You understand? And the most dangerous thing is that they will come to you and act victim. They will talk to you that my brother is such a rich brother, he's helping people, but he's not helping us. He's helping people, but he's not helping us. When he go around and try to bless people, he's trying to help people, but he doesn't help us. This is how they go. Then you feel bad. Africans, Ghanaians, they have a way, if God blesses you and you get money, they will do something that when you are eating the money, you won't feel good. When you are enjoying your own labor, you will not feel good. Yeah, that's when they will come at, okay, that young man, it is juju. Listen, Asamoah, everybody knows that Asamoah is playing football. Everybody knows Asamoah gets his money through football. Okay? S are saying that it is through juju. So if you are enjoying your money, you don't feel okay. You cannot flash your money. You cannot enjoy your money. Because as you are going to enjoy your money, people will say it's you. Even if you buy a car, look at him. He thinks he's the only person who has money. If a bodyguard is following you, how come? Who is going to hurt you? They have a problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whereby Messi and Ronaldo and all these people, they are enjoying their money.
That's what that one is not juju.
No, that is not juju. Oh, they will even say that one of the richest footballers, these are the richest footballers, but their own is juju.
That's
Their own is juju.
That's crazy.
When Asamoah bought whether $3 million apartment, he's going to kill somebody. Why? Why is it that we are not being matured in mind? So God cannot bless.
Papa.
We have limited God so much. One of the wicked things that we are doing is taking God's glory and throw it in the bin. He said, it is I, the Lord, that gives us power to make wealth.
Wow. And I love this. I'm going to end on this note. That it is I, God, that gives power to make wealth. Tonight at God Solution Center, 777 Oaken Road, SE15 1NZ. You do not want to miss tonight's service. God is going to be there in the personality through Reverend Dr. Abbeam and So I can't wait to experience the presence of God on a different level. Yesterday was amazing. Tonight, you don't want to miss it. 777 Oaken Road, SE15 1NZ. God bless you all for tuning in. Also the YouTube channel. The people that are watching us from YouTube, God bless you all so much. This is a beautiful worship from Reverend Dr. Abbeam and So be sure to subscribe onto the YouTube channel. It's called Abbeam Ministries. Abbeam Ministries. God bless you all so much. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Sorry.